Hey, welcome to Silly the Spire. Today playing the daily challenge for September 11th, 2025. The character the Defect and the modifier set Chimera. You're starting deck as the fusion of all characters. Time Dilation, all enemies start with the slow debuff. And terminal, whenever you enter a new room, lose 1 max HP. Start each combat with 5 plated armor. As you Gemini here with an amazing 1430, it's a great score. Alex 1334, Pel 1332, Dark 1309, Goldbear with 1304, and Mike with 1304. So looks like people were able to do really well today. Let's see what I can come up with. Usually I have a lot of trouble with Chimera decks. Let's review it real quick. We started with an Eruption, Zap, Survivor, and Bash, and then 3 strikes and 3 defense. So let's see. First boss, is that the slime boss? No. So I'm actually I'm not sure if I should upgrade that Eruption or if I should remove it. Alright, so there are multiple, well no, two lead paths. They will merge here, getting that last elite. Getting here on the left gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 question mark room, 7 total. Yeah, middle gives me way less. Alright, yeah, let's start with 7 question mark rooms on Act 1, why not? Alright, so very tempted to do the Eruption, but no, let's do, should I fully defend here? No, let's do one more defend. I mean, I am fully defended, but I can also play a strike here. Okay. Alright, here let's do Zap. Let's do 2 strikes. Okay. And then I don't have a dual cast, right? So it has to be something like this. Good. Alright, Sweeping Beam, Leap Stack. Sweeping Beam is a good AoE damage card. Let's take it. And then here, yep, let's grab the Regret. First Curse. We also got Thread Needle. So I just go with 4 plate armor. That together with the 5 I get from Terminal is a lot of is going to be a lot of help. Move transform upgrade. I'm seriously considering upgrading the Eruption now. It's a risk, but I think it's a risk worth taking. Let's upgrade the Eruption. At least for Act 1, I think it might be very useful. Alright, here I got the Lice. Let's do, I guess, yeah, let's do Sweeping Beam, Survivor, and that's enough to be fully defended. You know what? Let's do a Zap here as well. Okay. Alright, now there's 7. I can do an Eruption and a Strike. Beautiful. Alright, got a Region Push, which I probably don't need. Hologram, go for the Ice Compiler Driver. If I had Frost Drops, Compiler Driver would be really good. Do I need Hologram? Not really. I'm going to risk the Compiler Driver and hope I get some Frost Drops soon. Alright, a regular fight here. The Jarworm, 11 incoming. Let's do Bash, Compiler Driver. I think I'll accept a little bit of damage here. Yeah, just 2 damage. I think that's totally fine. Let's do Sweeping Beam, a Strike, and that's enough. Beautiful. Alright, go for the SFTL Scrape. Do I have 0-cost cards for the Scrape to be worth it? Not really. Well, these are some 0-cost cards. Let's take the go for the I think the weakness might be unnecessary. Alright, so here I got the sentries. I am actually, as long as I can get rid of one of them, I should be fully defended. So let's target the backliner. Alright, can I deal 20 damage or can I defend for an extra 9 block? Okay, there's actually, wait, I can do, hang on, I can do Sweeping Beam, then go for the ice, then Compile Driver, and then Survivor. Okay, that way I'm fully defended, and I just need to do a little bit of damage on the backliner, and then I'll be fully defended going forward. Alright, so given that I can basically perfect this one, I'll speed this up. I'll be right back. Alright, no troubles there. Perfect this one. We got the boot. One of you deal 4 less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. As well as a liquid bronze potion, and reinforced body might be a great defensive card, but cold snap might be even better. It would make the compile driver stronger too. Let's take the cool snap. Okay. Alright, here I got Pen Nip. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. I'm very happy with all the events I got so far. Thread Needle is a rare relic, and the Pen Nip... Oh, Pen Nip is common. Okay, never mind. Still a great relic to have. Alright, let's start off with Cold Snap and Sweeping Beam together with the backliner. Okay. And then Compile Drive is not enough. Let's do a Zap here. Why not? Okay. Alright. And then here, I don't think I'll risk the Eruption. Instead, let's just do, how about Bash, Strike, and a Go for the Ice? Okay. Alright. And then I don't need much here. Let's do Compile Driver, Strike, and another Strike. Beautiful. Alright, we got a Fruit Juice Potion, which I might drink very soon. Aggregate might be great if I get something like Tempest, so I think it's always worth to take that card, even if it might not be useful immediately. We got Kunai. Every time play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dexterity. That's very nice to have as well. And then remove a card to your deck. I honestly don't think I need to. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with all the cards I have. Let's move on. Alright, and then I have to get 2 rest sets in a row to get that extra question mark room. Let me first upgrade the... Do I want to upgrade the Go for the Ice? Yeah, it might be necessary. Let's upgrade that. Maybe I'll upgrade the Agate next, because I do not have too many cards at the moment. Right, here I got a shop. Blue Candle is really tempting. I think the Fragment might be better, though. That's really risky not to take the Blue Candle here, but I think I have to take the Defragment. Do I want Orange Pellets? I don't really get a lot of debuffs at the moment. It is generally a great thing to have, though. Let's take the Orange Pellets. Whenever you play a power, attack, and skill in the same turn, remove all of your debuffs. And then I can afford only one more card, right? No, I can afford two. I can afford the Stack and the Leap. I have exactly enough gold for that. All right. I think that was a really good chop. Here, let me upgrade the Defragment. Now that I have it, way more important, especially with the Frost Orb. Okay. Alright, Lagavulin. I definitely want to start up with the Defragment and wait. Okay. I do have double damage soon. Ooh, should I do Eruption and Compounder? No, I don't think I can do Eruption. Let's just do... Strike will wake it again. Let's just do a Defend here. Okay. And then this turn, ideally... Okay, I was hoping for slightly more, but fine. I can do Sweeping Beam, double damage, Cold Snap, I guess. Yeah, fine. And then, should I do Strike or a Zap? You know what? With the extra focus, Zap might be better. Okay. 18. I got the Stack on the wrong turn. Luckily, I do have the Leap. Let's just do Leap, Defend, and Stack again. I can't play the Eruption. I would take way too much damage. Another 18. I can do Agate for extra energy. I have 13. Yeah, the Defend is enough, right? I can do Defend, then Bash, and then a Strike. Okay. I deal 48 damage. Sweeping Beam. Might give me something good. Let's do Sweeping Beam. Go for the Ice Strike. I should have done the Zap first to get the slow debuff going. Actually, the orbs are enough to kill next turn. Alright, awesome. Beautiful. Perfect this one too. We got Sendal every 3 times to shuffle drop again. 2 extra energy. Boot Sequence might be necessary. I don't think I need the Barrage. Probably don't need the Turbo. Let's take the Boot Sequence. And then here... I don't know. Should I... I don't know what to upgrade here. Upgrade the Zap. Make it a little easier to play. Upgrade the Bash for more vulnerability. Upgrade the Stack for more block. I think I should focus on defensive cards for the upcoming boss. Let's upgrade the Leap. Okay. I might consider the Liquid Bronze Potion. Let's think about that for a second. Let's do... Not a great start. Let's do Agate, Defend, and then a Strike. I cannot do the Eruption, right? There's no way I can do Eruption. Can I deal 29 damage? I cannot. Can I defend against 32? I don't think I can either, right? Best I can do is Survivor. Then 1 Defend, then the Stack. How much is that? 30. I'm so close. There's nothing I can do, right? What a bummer. What a bummer. There's just... I mean... I'm curious if I entered Wrath. There's... Wait, actually, if I entered Wrath... I didn't have any attacks in the last fight, right? So entering Wrath would not have helped me in any way. That's actually really unfortunate. Because I thought the run was going really well so far. Ah, that's such a bummer. Yeah, nothing I could have done about that. Alright, might as well save the potions then. Alright, 9 incoming. I would appreciate a little bit of block. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's just do a Cold Snap here. Alright. I could have played the Bash, I guess, if I really wanted to. Here, let's do Leap, Double Strike, and wait. Could I have triggered the Kunai? Would that have made a difference? That was the problem. I just didn't draw any good defensive or offensive cards in the first 2 turns. Maybe I ended up picking up too many defensive cards. In that last shot, maybe I should have picked up an offensive card. Maybe that would have made a difference. Yeah, still very unfortunate. Let's do Compile Driver, Double Damage Strike. Okay. And then I am not dealing damage as fast as I'd like. Let's go for the Ice. I should have done the Bash first. Okay. Maybe another Lightning Orb would be good to have. Let's Double Defend and then do Cold Snap. If only I had a Frost Orb too, that would have been great. Alright, and then here, got extra energy, not that I really need it. Let's play all of these and then do a Strike. Alright. You know what, it's taking me too long. Let's just do the Eruption here. I'll do Bash. And then let's just deal a lot of damage, as much as I can. Yeah, this run is dragging itself out for a little bit too long. Okay, I should have played the skills there. Alright. 18 incoming. I can do Survivor. Go for the Ice. Strike 1, Strike 2. And that's enough, yeah. Yeah, bummer. Lost 1 HP there. But for Seek Hyper Beam, I think other than that 1 turn, I should be fine. So let's try to go for Popper. Frozen Core is interesting. Sacred Bark is really nice too. Double the thickness of potions immediately gives me 10 extra max HP. Or 5 extra max HP. I think I'll take the Sacred Bark. Yeah. It's a little riskier. I think the Frozen Core might have been interesting, but I'm hoping to get a Chill or another source of a Frost Orb. That would be great. Another 2 lead path, multiple though. They all merge with this elite here. Getting it on the left gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 question mark rooms. Yep. Middle gives me, I think just 1. That's disappointing. And right side gives me 3. Yeah, let's definitely go on the left here. Okay. Alright, here I think I'll drink the, yeah, let's drink the Liquid Bronze Potion. Do Survivor, Boot Sequence. I just need 50 block. I already have that. Let's do Compile Driver. I go for the ice. Okay. They all will take 6 damage. I guess I could have saved it, but it's nice to have an orb slot, or a potion slot free. And it makes my life much easier, right? Alright, Barrage, Tempest, Skim. I think because I have the aggregate, I have to take a Tempest here. Alright. Okay, here I got the Spheric Guardians. 60 income, or 60 damage I have to deal here. Let's do Compile Driver. Yeah, I guess I'll do Stack and Wait. Alright, another 10. I can do Agate, go for the S, Cold Snap, Sweeping Beam. Alright, and then, yeah, I can do a Defend, no need to play the Survivor. Come. Another 20. There is a Tempest. That's tempting. I think I'll do Defragment. Defend is just very little, but still, let's do Defend. Actually, I'm going to do Strike and Tempest as well, because that way, I only take very little damage from the Regret. And then here, if I do Eruption, then double damage, this would be 24 plus 9 is 33. Yeah, that should be enough, right? Beautiful. Alright, Beam Cell, Recycle, Charge Battery. I think I want to take the Beam Cell here. I feel like I need more zero cost cards to both use the Time Dilation and trigger the Kunai more often. Let's do Aggregate, Defragment. I don't need to play these two. Let's just do the Defend here. Okay. There's no way for me to get Overkill or combo, right? So yeah, I'm not even going to attempt it. Let's do Beam Cell. Actually, I should probably target this guy, right? Then do Leap and Strike. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why I target the backliner. Would be smarter to target the Centurion here. Another 14. Should I just do Tempest here? Let's do Cold Snap. And then Tempest will not evoke the Frost Orb. I only have 13, so I'll lose Plate Armor. Let's not do that. Instead, let's do a Defend. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to lose Plate Armor. This should help me quite a bit. Another 14. Yeah, that definitely can't do the Eruption. Let's do Bash, Sweeping Beam, and a go for the S. Okay, I did not expect that, but this way I'm also not taking any damage. Alright. And then here I got the extra energy. Sundial has been triggering quite frequently, which is kind of nice. Alright. I could have played the boot sequence to avoid taking damage from the Regret, but I think it's better to save the boot sequence for later. This fight is taking... Okay, I was going to say taking a little longer. Finally, I got rid of one of them. Just have to target the other one. Let's do beams. I think here I'll do Tempest. Yeah, that deals a lot of damage. Gives me enough block, and now I'm dealing 15 damage every turn. That should be plenty. Just need to deal 6 more damage here. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, Recursion, Sweeping, Cold Snap. I already have these two. Do I want to go for Highlander or go for Collector Bonuses? I feel like it's very late. I haven't seen any good duplicates. It's not really late, right? It's not even the beginning of Act... or early on Act 2. And I kind of would like extra Frost Orbs. There's no real reason not to go for Collector Bonuses. Let's take the Cold Snap here. Alright, let's try to go for Collector Bonuses. I should also sword... Oh, I did already sword A to Z. Good. Definitely don't want to lose either Sandal or Orange Pelts, given that Loth Gift gives me rare cards, which I don't want anyway to go for Pauper. And then here I barely have gold. Lantern is interesting, but I think I'll focus on cards more. Barrage. Not that useful. It is cheap. Let's take the Barrage. I think I'll take the Streamline to have a good damage card, and then Equilibrium Overcharge Battery. Okay. Having a block potion would have been great too. That would be 24 block. Yeah, something to have considered. Alright, here, let's do Cold Snap. That alone is not enough. Let's do Compile Driver, hoping for the Fragment. I did get Aggregate. That's useful. So I need to... I think I'll do Boot Sequence and Tempest here. Actually, I didn't need the Boot Sequence, right? Because I had the Tempest. Alright. 18. Go for the S is great. I do have double damage here. Let's do Equilibrium. Should I waste the double damage on a strike? Yeah, fine. Let's do it. Okay. And then 15. This might be a problem, right? Let's do Cold Snap. So that's 11. I have to do a Defend, and let's do Barrage. Alright, taking a little bit of damage from the Regret there. Okay. No more weakness, 24. So the Fragment, that's not going to be enough. If only I was on Wrath. Alright, let's do Beam Cell. See what the sweeping gives me. Stack. That is enough. Beautiful. Let's do that. And then, should I do defragment? Let's do defragment. Yeah. Okay. No more vulnerability, though. 30. Well, actually, there's a beam cell for vulnerability. If I do this, so this is 21, 25. Is that 30? Yeah, it is 30. All right, beautiful. Let's do zap and beam cell. Okay. All right, having extra focus and 9 plate armor does help quite a bit. Beautiful. Perfect. This one we got bottle lightning. Before I take that, let's take another fruit juice. Awesome. And then blizzard, skim, or compile drive will be better if I had more frost drops. Let's take the skim. And then bottle lightning on pick up to the skill set. Come with this card in your hand. I don't know what that should be. Skim for card draw? I do have some block with the boot sequence. Let's risk it. Let's take the skim for card draw. Okay. Alright. And then here I got the snake home. Okay, so let's start with a skim, although there's a regret that's a little annoying. Should I risk eruption? It's too risky. Way too risky, right? Yeah, let's instead do here, boot sequence, beam cell, go for the ice and streamline. Okay. I did have double damage. If I played the eruption, might have helped, I guess. 15. Alright, there's an aggregate that's playable. I can play everything here and then do the bash at the end. Okay. Another 8. I am fully defended. I think I'll just do cold snap, a regular strike, and then tempest. Okay. And then I just need 3 more damage to kill next turn thanks to the orbs. Let's do cold snap. Oh, that was enough. Beautiful. Alright, Steamberry, Hello World Rebound. Steamberry is a solid card. Let's take that. And then, yeah, let's go this way for 2 more question mark rooms. Okay, here I could get a, I guess, second curse. A little disappointed by how few curses I've seen so far. Okay. So this is a full heal. That's fine. And then here I got wing boots. Okay, awesome. You ignore pathman to the next turn to travel to 3 times. Alright. I cannot use it to get an extra elite on this act, so I think I'll just wait to use it on the next act. Unfortunately, I got a shop with barely any gold. I can only afford 1 card. Probably don't need any of the potions. I take the hologram. The hologram might be the best card here. Let's take the hologram. Yeah, that's a bummer. I had so little gold for this. Okay. Right, here I got the snake plant. 21 incoming. Let's do skim. Aggregate, that's why I wanted to skim at the beginning. Then equilibrium, sweeping beam. Right, and then I can do, let's just, actually I have equilibrium, so let me save the defensive card. Let's just do strike and then barrage. Okay. Alright, another 21. That's great. I can do, actually, can I hologram the aggregate? Yeah, that'll give me some lock. Some energy, I mean. Okay. And then I can do the fragment. I have 13. Kind of want to do the tempest. Actually, if I do cold... Wait, hang on. If I do boot sequence, I'm fully defended. You know what? Let's just do tempest. Why not? Next turn, I'm guaranteed not to be attacked. I'm not taking any damage this turn. I deal 15 damage next turn. Let's get rid of the regret and then do 2 strikes. Okay. And then next turn, the orbs are enough to kill, right? Beautiful. Okay. I got a skill potion. You know what? I'll drink the fruit juice potion here. Skill potion, all for 1, rebound, recursion. Should I take the all for 1 try to get combo? No. I think the problem is I only have the go for the S and the beam cell 0 cost cards, and I guess the boot sequence. That alone is not going to be enough. If I had a recursion, I would have considered it, but no. Let's take the recursion instead. Alright, and then here, I think now it's time to upgrade the agate, and then next I think I'll upgrade the skim. Yep. So the more energy I have, the more powerful that tempest would be, if it shows up in the same hand, of course. I am not being attacked, that's good. Let's do skim first. Hoping to double damage something fun, but I don't see anything fun to double damage. I guess I can do cold snap, compile driver with double damage, get rid of one of them. Then do a go for the ice and really, really hope I don't get attacked next turn. Okay. And I did not get lucky. I actually got very unlucky. Let me see what the skill potion gives me. Cool head and chill. I don't know. 2 chills is not going to be enough. I think cool headed might be better. No, chills gives me more frost orbs. Let's risk the chills here. I could have also calculated. I don't think the chills are enough because I don't have extra focus either, right? So 19. Wait. Yeah, no, I'm very close to, but not quite there. 19 plus 6 is 25. I need 27, even assuming I can get rid of this guy, which I should be able to. Wait. Can I do something like bash, strike, and zap? That's going to be a 24 plus 4 is 28. I think that's barely enough. Beautiful. Okay, got lucky here. And then here I can do defragment, recursion, and streamline. All right. And not being attacked, that's good. Let's do Sweeping Beam. Cold Snap. Too bad I don't have the Agate here. Let's do Tempest. Beautiful. Gotta riff the minions again. Okay. And not being attacked again. Should I risk the Eruption? I think I'm going to risk it. Let's do Eruption, Beam Cell, then Barrage. And then I have double damage. Hopefully I'll have a good attack next turn. Because I am being attacked, so I am pretty much dead if I don't get a good attack. 24 plus 16 is 40. That is enough. Oh, no, wait. This is not double damage. Hang on, hang on. Almost messed up there. Okay, that was a close one. Phew. Alright, did perfect this one, though, with some luck. And a skill potion, of course. We got Bottle Tornado. Before I take that, let's first grab... I already have these two. Should I grab another skim? Let's grab another skim. Bottle Tornado, and pick up, choose a Power Crush. I just come with this guy in hand. I just have the Defragment. I'm very happy to have it in my opening hand. Alright, Bird and the Chosen. Let's start off with Boot Sequence, Skim. I would love to play the Streamline, but no. Let's do the Fragment, and I guess I'll wait. Okay. Alright, 13. Here, let's do cool. Anything I need to hologram? I could hologram the Streamline. No, that's not that. I think I have to play the Cold Snap. Let's do Cold Snap. Do I have a zero cost card? No. I think I'll just do a strike and let's save the hologram for later. Alright. Another 20. Agate is fine. Let's do Equilibrium. Survivor out the Regret, and then do Barrage. Okay. Alright, Bird is dead. That's good. 27, that is a lot. Alright, let's do Cold Snap, Zap, Recursion. Getting a little bit of extra block that way. Although that is not going to be enough, right? Yeah, taking some damage here, that's fine. Alright, strike and go for the ice. Okay, yeah, I guess without Eruption, the deck is having trouble dealing a lot of damage. There's a Skim. Let's try to trigger double damage by doing something like Beam Cell and Compound Driver. Not gonna be enough, right? Go for the S is great, though. Alright, down to 15. I should be fully defending against that. And then let's do Sweeping Beam. And, you know what? Fine, let's do Tempest, because that way the orbs are enough. Beautiful. Got a Blessing of the Forge, which, you know what? I'll drink the Fruit Juice Potion here to take that. Hello World, Cold Snap, Ball Lightning. Let's take my third Cold Snap. Okay. Alright, and then here, I want to upgrade the Skim. That's always in my opening hand. Okay. Yeah, one extra card. It's not bad. Alright, Champ, who is attacking me. Right off the bat, I will have a little bit of trouble. Let me drink the Colorless Potion here. Mayhem, Master of Strategy, and Patience. Risky. I don't think I can do Mayhem. Let's take the Master of Strategy. Play one. Let's do Defragment. Play another one. Right? And then I think I'll use the Blessing of the Force to upgrade everything. Alright, beautiful. Okay, so I need 7 block. Tempest is enough. I definitely need to do a Cold Snap for a Frost Orb. So that's 13. And, yeah, I think it has to be Defend here, right? Let's do a free Zap. Fine, let's do Defend. Let's also do a free Tempest here. Might as well. Okay. Alright, it's important to get a Frost Orb. I actually wouldn't mind getting a few more Frost Orbs. 12 incoming. I am fully defended against that, so let's just do Bash. Nothing else. Okay. A few debuffs, 24 this time. Alright, let's do Recursion. Then Beam Cell and Cold Snap. Is that going to be enough? 8 plus 7 plus 9 is 24. Beautiful. Yep, and I can do Streamline. Alright. And I got extra decks, that's I assume. Okay, not being attacked here. A little too late for the Agate. It does give me energy, let's wait. Should I have kept the Agate with the Equilibrium? That might have been better. Let's get another Frost Orb with the Cold Snap. Go for the Ice and Equilibrium. Okay. So now every turn I have 12 plus 9, 21 block. That should be good. I think I can do Eruption here. Let's do... So, Barrage now deals 18 plus 4. That's 22. If I do the Strike now, it's 9 plus 15. That's better, right? So let's do double damage with the Strike and then do Barrage because that will still deal 15 damage thanks to the boot. And let's do a Strike. Unfortunately, I will take damage from the Regret. That's fine. Another 27. Yeah, I guess I'll just do Equilibrium here, right? And I guess I can do Compound Driver. Okay. 14. I didn't see anything useful here. Alright, let's just play the strikes here. Okay. Yep, just gain extra decks that way. Okay. Alright, still not being attacked, or not transforming. Let's do Leap, Beam Cell, Streamline, and Barrage. Okay, now I'm going to force a transformation next turn. I do have double damage, although, again, that might be not very, very useful. Yeah, I can do Eruption here. Anything I need to hologram? Didn't I have a Streamline? I did have a zero-cost Streamline. Let's hologram the Streamline. Play that. Then I guess I can do Recursion, Cold Snap, and just really hope for the best next turn. Okay. You have 4 decks. Let's hope that'll do something. 54 incoming. That is a lot. I do have weakness. That's great. Agate is not that useful. Yeah, it doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, so I don't think I'll play the Bash. Let's do go for the Ice. Cold Snap 1, Cold Snap 2. Is that anywhere close to enough? No, not really, right? Yeah. I don't know what I needed. I needed something else. Man, I'm getting a little bad luck against the elite, against the bosses. I'm doing fine against the elites, but yeah, the bosses are not treating me well here. And yeah, let's do Steam Barrier. I needed a good defensive. It had the Steam Barrier. That would have been enough, right? Because I had so much decks already, too. Let's do Bash. Cold Snap here. Okay. And then I think I should be fine. Yeah, 7 decks is a lot. Should I have waited? Should I have accumulated more decks before forcing a transformation? That might have been something to consider. Bummer. Missed it by 1 turn. Again. Buffer multicast all for 1. Let's skip this one. And then here, I think I have to take the Column Bell. I'm going to pick up a unique curse and 3 relics. If I'm not going for Highlander, getting curses should be easy. We got Warpaint up and pick up over 2 random skills. That's Boot Sequence and Stack upgraded. When adding cuts into deck, you may raise your max by 2 HP instead. That's singable. And Ice Cream whenever you... energy is not conserved between your turns. The Ice Cream might be good with the Aggregate. I don't think I need the singable because there's no way I can get enough max HP. Not if I'm losing it every floor. Alright, 2 elite path getting to this elite. Getting there on the left gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 question mark rooms. On the right gives me 1, 2, 3. Yeah, only 3. Alright, so let's go on the far left. Okay. Alright, got the Dark Links here. Lots of incoming. Let's do the Fragment, Boot Sequence. I think I'll just do Cold Snap and Strike. Yeah, I don't think I'll play the Skim here. Am I taking damage? I am not. Beautiful. Alright, there is Agate and Tempest. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, I actually hit the backliner. I was sort of hoping it would deal more damage. Okay, I have to get rid of these guys, although the backliner will come back to life. Should I risk the Eruption? I think I'll risk the Eruption. Yeah, let's do Eruption, Barrage. Okay. And then play these 2 just so that the Regret deals less damage. Okay. And now, while I'm in Wrath, it shouldn't be too difficult, right? Okay, never mind. It is definitely not easy. Wow, alright. I was sort of hoping for something better. Oh boy. Alright, Bash is not enough, so I think I'll do something like Survivor, the Zap, then do Defend, then do Stack. And I'm gonna take a bit of a beating here. Not too much. Just a bit. To remind me that I shouldn't just enter Wrath willy-nilly. Alright, I can get rid of Streamline here. Let's do that. Then Beam Cell, go for the Ice. Okay, I do have double damage next turn. Should I save the double damage? Because wait, no, I don't think the orbs are going to be enough, right? Unless I do something like Recursion and then Hologram Recursion. Yeah, beautiful. That way I can save double damage for the next turn. Beautiful. Okay. I got a Cultist Potion. That gives me 2 Ritual. That's kind of nice. Didn't I have a Collector Most on Cold Snap? No, I need one. Beautiful. I completely forgot about the fact that I have the Wing Boots. But yeah, it looks like it doesn't help me in any way because all the elites are on the same floor. Well, alright. I guess I can use... Can I use an extra jump? Wow. If I want to maximize anything, the only thing I can do is to... yeah, jump here to get 1 more question mark. That's probably the most wasted Wing Boots I've ever seen. Alright, let's do Boot Sequence, Skim, Aggregate. Very nice. Then do Bash, go for the Ice to Fragment, Strike. And let's do Skim. I have the energy. I should have counted... Oh, there's a card counter there. 8 cards. Let's hologram the Skim. The Aggregate, I mean. But the promise... Okay, so... I can't really get combo because I need more card draw. That was a lot of damage for 1 turn. Actually, that was a 1-turn kill. Beautiful. Claw, Heat Sinks, Barrage. I don't think I need Heat Sinks. Let's take the Barrage. If I had more power, Heat Sinks might have been useful. But I don't, unfortunately. Alright, so here let's do Skim. Guess I was hoping for an Aggregate again. Let's do the Fragment. And then Cold Snap. I need to do Boot Sequence to avoid losing my Plate Armor. Okay. Alright. A bunch of incoming here. Let's do Cold Snap, Barrage. Okay, looks like I'm going to take some damage. Fine. I have to be careful. I don't have a lot of HP. I do have a regen potion. I feel like I haven't been getting as many potions as I'd like to have gotten. Let's do Cold Snap, get rid of the Regret, and then I'll do a Strike on you. Hoping for a double damage sweeping beam. That would be useful. I did not get that. Let's do aggregate, then streamline. Sure. Then compile driver. Go for the ice. It's not enough. Oh, actually I have to strike. Oh no, strike was enough. Thanks to the slow debuff. Then go for the ice and then a defend. Okay. And then here, beam cell, sweeping beam, and maybe another good attack card. Here, let's do zap, recursion, cold snap. Okay. And then, yeah, I just need very little. I still feel like I need a good damage card. I think I'm lacking nice damage cards so far. Alright, stack Hello World Sweeping. I already have one of each of these. I think a second stack might be more useful. Alright, 2 normalities. Okay, that gets me to curse number 4 and 5, right? Curse of the Well, regrets, normalities. Okay, yeah, just need one more. No, 3 and 4, not 4 and 5. I need one more. And there's the 5th relic. Beautiful. Curse, I mean. We also got Warp Trunks at the start of your turn. Upgrade a random card in your hand for rest of combat. Very useful to have. Now I'm thinking of skipping question mark and going for a shop because I have extra gold. Might be a good idea. Because what else am I going to do in a shop? In a question mark room, I need more. Ooh, okay. This is a problem. This is a big problem. Let's do the fragment and boot sequence. I have to keep in mind that I have normalities now. I can't just be too careless with when I draw cards. Tempest is tempting. I think I'll do Cold Snap, Recursion, then do Tempest. Alright. Okay, still taking a little bit of damage here. And then next turn, these two are going to try to explode. Okay, luckily there's a Sweeping Beam here that gets rid of those minions. Alright. Then do Cold Snap for a Frost Orb. Should I do Stack? That would avoid me taking any damage this turn. Okay. Another 10. I'll just do Bash, Cold Snap. No reason. Oh, that was enough to kill. Beautiful. Alright, Steam Barrier Recursion. I think a second Steam Barrier might be better. If only I had more card draw. And then here I got the... Wait, did I? No, I didn't use a jump, but I guess it's not necessary either. Let's do Skim here. I'm really afraid of drawing the normality too frequently here. Let's do the Fragment and then Cold Snap. At least I was not being attacked, so that's not too big of a deal. 13. I am fully defended here. Let's just do skills to get this... Actually, yeah, to get this load going. Okay. Maybe I should have saved energy with Ice Cream. Let's do that. Let me not play random cards. Let's just save energy. So, for example, actually, no, I do want another Frost Orb. Okay. Yeah, not happy that the aggro is showing up so late. There it is. All right, fine. Let's do Skim. Then do Beam Cell, Cold Snap, Double Damage, Streamline. No, I messed that up. The double damage was not on the Streamline. Fine, fine. Alright, 30 incoming. No more weakness, though. Let's do Recursion. And Sweeping Beam. Stack is enough. I think I'll just do the stack. I'll skip the rest. Okay. 35. Do I still have a normality? No, no. Alright, there's a hologram that's not going to be very useful. I think I'll do Equilibrium and Survivor. And then that way I have the hologram. And hopefully I'll get an aggregate next turn. That'll be great. Aggregate and Tempest. That'll be even better. Nah, I didn't get it. Alright, fine. I can't really hologram anything useful. Let's do Cold Snap. Hologram the Cold Snap. Okay. Wait, so at 30, 42. So I should be fine here. Let's just do Strike and Barrage. Okay. I am dealing damage so slowly. At some point I won't be able to defend every turn. Like this one. Yeah, the best thing I can do defensively is Recursion, Steam Barrier, and Defend. And that is... Oh, that is enough. Okay. Yeah, I was too lazy to calculate it. 50. Another normality. Let's do Skim. Oh, no. Yeah, I think I'm toast here. Boot Sequence. I think I have to drink the Region Potion too, right? Yeah, fine. Nothing I can do here. Let's just, I guess, do the Bash. Alright. Okay. Yep, losing HP now. Well, Tempest is not bad. It does give me some block. Let's do Steam Barrier. Tempest, let's just do the Tempest here. I need to deal damage sooner or later. Okay. Ideally, I'd also be able to get back some Frost Orbs now. Alright, there's an aggregate. Again, a little too late, but I'll take it. Let's do Beam Cell, Cold Snap, Skim. Another Cold Snap seems interesting, but then I will take a bunch of damage. If I do Leap here... How much is that? So 8, 15, 31. No, I don't think there's a chance here. I have to reload this one. And honestly, I don't know what I can do differently. I guess I have to drink the Cultist Potion, right? That's the only thing I can see doing. I have realized that this would have been a very difficult fight. Drink the Cultist Potion. Start with the fragment. Should I do the skim? Let's do the skim. And then cold snap. Okay. That I think is still the right start, but gaining extra strength I think will help. What if I don't play anything here? Let's not play anything. Let's accumulate energy. Another 13. Again, I don't need to play anything. I would like to play the cold snap though. And no, next turn I'm guaranteed not to be attacked. So let's do compile driver actually. Okay. Alright, aggregate. I will play that. Let's do beam cell. Cold snap again and nothing else. Okay. Have double damage here. I'll do double damage streamline. Okay. I do Tempest. This evokes 21, 30. Yeah, that would be enough, right? I think I'll risk it. I can also do the stack. I think I have to... Actually, Barrage is a bunch of damage. Let's do Sweeping Beam first. Then do... Yeah, let's do Recursion, then Barrage, and then Tempest. Okay. Alright. So it was a lot of damage. Not as much as I'd like, honestly. 35. Still the problem, right? Equilibrium, Survivor, and then... I thought that was enough. Alright, never mind. I have the Equilibrium, so I have the cold stuff for next turn. Okay. 40. So here I can do Cold Snap, Hologram that Cold Snap. Is that going to be enough? Let's do Steam Barrier first. So 1923. Hologram would be 28, and then Cold Snap is not going to be enough. So I think it has to be Leap. Now it's enough, and then I might as well do a Strike. Okay. That was not enough. Alright, for some reason I thought that was enough, but anyway, at this point I have to worry about survival anyway. Let's drink the Regen Potion. Let's do Aggregate, Defend, and Cold Snap. Okay. Alright, I am in a very precarious position, even though I have 16 extra strength, right? Let's do Streamline first. Actually, that is enough, right? The extra strength, I think, did help me in the end. Tough one, though. Definitely tough. We got Data Discharge come with one focus. That's really good. A Regen Potion. Another Regen Potion, I should say. That's nice. Compile Driver, Scrape, or Reboot. Let's take the second Compile Driver. And then, yeah, I don't think I'll do a shop, or a Crush Mark from here. I think I'll go for the shop. But also, I'll use my Wing Boots for something, right? Okay, lots of good things here. Let's buy the Potion Belt and pick up, gain 2 potion slots. Meat on the Bone, I'm not sure about that yet. Chemical X, the effect of your cost X cards are increased by 2. That's great. Let's buy all the potions. And then a second Defragment, let's do it. Okay. A second Boot Sequence, Reinforced Body with the Chemical X is great. Let's do Rebound. I kind of want to take the Claw and the Forethought to try to get to 50 cards. Also grab Meat on the Bone if your HP is added below 50%. At the end of combat, heal 12 HP. Alright, bought everything at the shop. That might have been a good shop there. Alright, going left for the next elite. We got Wajra, Charge come with 1 strength. Okay. And then here I got the Nemesis. Right. Okay, so let's start off with Skim. Alright, Defragment, and should I do Tempest? No. Let's do, I don't know, let's do Zap, sure. I guess Zap and Tempest were basically the same thing, right? Yes, Tempest doesn't exhaust it, so that's good. Or Tempest does exhaust, Zap doesn't. So here I can Hologram back, a good defensive card. What about go for the ice? Yeah. I'm not sure. I do have a speed potion. I think I might need that, right? Because if I do Hologram, that's 12. Go for the ice brings it down to 33. But if I grab a Boot Sequence instead, that's still not going to be enough. If I do Boot Sequence, that's 13. 13 plus 12 is 25. With this would be 45. That would be enough. So I think if I do the speed potion... Then do Hologram, the Boot Sequence, play that. That is 45, beautiful. I can also do a Cold Snap. And let's not waste double damage. I'll save it for next turn. Okay. Alright. Not being attacked here. Let's do double damage. Yeah, Barrage. Okay. Then do Recursion. And then Compile Driver. Now let's do Sweeping this wall. And a Strike. Why not? Okay. And, alright, 18. I should have a chance with the Reinforced Body. Actually, I can do Equilibrium. Let's do that. And then do Cold Snap. Might as well do the Claw here. Could have considered drinking the Regen Potion, right? This might have been a good fight. Another 18. Okay, I do have the Reinforced Body. I kind of want to... Great, I have Pain and Regret. You know what? Let me drink the Regen Potion. A little late, but let's do it. Let's do Beam Cell, Cold Snap, and then Reinforced Body. Okay. It's a lot of block, right? Okay, luckily not being attacked here. A little late for with the defragment, but let's take it, then do defragment. And I guess I'll do barrage and streamline. Okay, I just need to deal 14 or 15 damage with 7 from the lightning orb, so that seems doable. Can I do it without wasting my my double damage? I don't think I can, so let's just do a bash here. Beautiful. Alright, perfect. This one I got Molten Egg. When I add an attack into deck upgraded. Power Lightning, Barrage, or Beam Cell. I know how badly I need the Barrage. It would be my 3rd Barrage. Fine, let's take it. Small chance of getting collectibles. I still have one more jump. I guess I can use it to... what? Avoid what exactly? Actually, I can use it to get one more Crush Mark Room. Why not? Yeah, let's jump over here. Let's upgrade the Tempest hologram so that it doesn't exhaust. Okay. And then, yeah, let's get this Crusher Mark Room here. Yeah, I don't have a shop. I can lose this to get the red mask, get the Savage Combat, apply 1 week to all enemies. Unfortunately, that gives me my 24th relic. No, 20. Oh, it's only 23. Right, getting Alex Shiny would have been difficult then. Alright, here I think I'll do the Fragment, Boot Sequence, and Tempest. Okay. I don't really... Actually, wait, if I get a Curse... No, I think I'm confident I'll be able to get Insecurity in without needing the Curse here. Let's do Aggregate. Barrage 1. That's 32. That's a lot. Let's do Barrage 2. Hopefully that's going to be less. Okay, 15. Much better. Especially if I can fully defend against that. Right, another 32. Let's do Bash. Should I risk the Barrage again? Let's risk it. I mean, if I get a Curse... Okay, fine. 15 again. Very happy with that. Right, I'm dealing 18 damage every turn, which is nice. 21. Actually, no, I can't hologram the Tempest, right? Hologram I was going to say Barricade. No, Barrage. Let's go for the Streamline. I think I'll hologram the Streamline. That might be better. Alright. And that's enough. Beautiful. Got a Weakness Potion, Streamline, Sweeping Beam, FTL. I don't think I am close to collect most on the Streamline or Sweeping Beam. Let's grab Sweeping Beam for more card draw. Okay. Here I have to deal with the Spiker. I have to be a little careful with that one. Let's do Skim, Defragment, Boot Sequence. And then should I do Barrage? No, I could rebound the Reinforced Body. That's not a bad idea. Let's do that. Rebound the Reinforced Body. Okay. I do have double damage soon. I might consider targeting the Spiker with it. Alright, 20 incoming. Yeah, there's Barrage, but that's not going to be that great. Also, I can't really trigger double damage. Let's do Recursion, Barrage, Leap, and Reinforced Body. Okay. Reinforced Body, I think, definitely helps me this turn. Alright, need to get rid of these guys. Sweeping will make me take damage. I think that's fine. Let's get rid of this, then do Sweeping me with double damage. Okay. I can get rid of this guy with the Cold Snap. Beautiful. Alright, yeah, that way I'm fully defended. Okay, so I think now I'll just wait for Tempest or my Lightning Orbs to deal enough damage. So, yeah, I'll speed this up. I'll be right back. Alright, took me only 2 turns. Was able to get through this. Compile Driver number 3, I believe. Yes. Alright, no collector bonus, but... Alright, fine. I only got 1 collector. That might be low, but yeah, I guess I could have gotten unique curses too if I really wanted to because I had that Parasite offered. Let me upgrade the Tempest here. Okay. Alright. So, here with the Potion of Capacity, I really would like to get a lot of Frost Orbs. I think I have to do the Fragment, right? Let's drink the Potion of Capacity first, then do the Fragment, then Skim. Alright, and then I can do Cold Snap. So that's 14. I need a little bit more. I don't think I'll make that be the Boot Sequence. Let's do Steam Barrier, and then I'm going to put one of the Boot Sequences back. Okay. Alright. Only I had something I could chill. Lots of incoming here. There's a Cold Snap. Let's throw the Explosive Potion, then do Cold Snap. Then do Sweeping. That's not enough. Let's see what that gives me, though. Oh, that was enough with the slow debuff. So wait, I have 19. I need more than that. So I think I have to throw it. Wait, so 19 plus 5. Well, I have to play a defend here. That's 15, 24. But then I also have to throw the Weakness Potion. Okay, fine. I mean, as long as I have time to get more Frost Orbs, I should be fine here. There's Aggregate and Tempest. That's really tempting. Let's do Aggregate. Compile Driver. Hope it doesn't get me a normality. It didn't. Kind of wonder. So Evoking the Tempest will be 16 plus 9. That's enough, right? Actually, it's not unless this guy survives, which seems very unlikely. Yeah, let's just do Tempest here. Alright, it's definitely a risk. Because now I don't have any Frost Orbs. Really would hope to get some Frost Orbs back. Alright, another 15. Okay, speaking of Frost Orbs, having Cold Snap is great. Let's do Compile Driver, see what I get there. Alright, another Cold Snap. Very nice, let's do that. And then I can do Zap and Recursion. Okay. At least I'm dealing a good amount of damage with my orbs. Another Defragment. I think it's worth it. Let's do it. Alright, so now it's 12, 21. Yep, I'm fully defended. Let's do Rebound the Compile Driver. Sure. Okay. Too bad I can't do the Streamline, but I think that's fine. Are the orbs enough? No. Next turn that'll be enough, though. Feel like I would get some more Frost Orbs before then. Let's do Compile Driver. I do Equilibrium. I'll save the Normality that way, though, but then also keep the Survivor. Let's do Equilibrium. And then a Claw. So this way, next turn I can survive out the Normality. Yep. Okay. 42. There's also a Reinforced Body. That's great. Anything I need to hologram? Wouldn't mind hologram a Cold Snap. Let's survive out the Normality. Hang on. So I have 24, 33. This should be enough, right? Yeah, so let's hologram a Cold Snap, get another Frost Orb, and then do Reinforced Body. Okay. Alright. 20 incoming. Okay. Happy I have a boot sequence for an emergency here. Let's do Beam Cell, go for the ice. I don't need the boot sequence though, so let's save it. Okay. How am I doing time-wise, by the way? Ooh, I only have a minute. Okay, yeah, let's try to hurry this up if I can. 27. Alright, so I have 18 plus 9, which is 27 actually. Let's do Compile Driver. And wait, sure. Okay. Alright, another... Oh, 36 this time. No more weakness. Okay, let's do Cold Snap. A regular strike. So 24, 33. I think I have to play the stack here. Okay, I have less than a minute. Like to see a barrage here. That would be great. Speaking of, I am fully defended here. Let's do Compile Driver. Cold Snap, and then Barrage. Would the Eruption Barrage would have been enough? This is enough with the Orb Cell. Alright. Finally perfected one boss. Okay, I did fail against the others. I think that will score my score. Hurt my score quite a bit. 12 was 7. Yeah, I don't think that's a great score. Of the 6 elites, I perfected 5 of them. That's really good. Which one did I miss? It was just the, I think I got all of them, right? Giant Head, right. That one I actually had to reload and use my potions. Okay, right. Okay, so I definitely missed a Giant Head. I only got 1 collectibles. That's a little low, but it did allow me to go for curses with the Normality. That also gave me the money modifier. Without the Normalities, I would not have been able to get that. Now, admittedly, I could have taken the Normalities, removed one of the Normalities, and then gotten a Parasite. That was a risk. I wouldn't be surprised if some people took that risk. So, theoretically, handling curses would have been possible. It would have been very difficult, though, right? Yeah, I didn't have a Parasite. Yeah, again, definitely possible, but very difficult. And then Popper was easy, and Sigmedium was actually not too easy. I like Shiny would have been better if I had, or would have been possible if I had an extra shop. That would have been difficult. Barely got the Lightspeed modifier too. All right, let's see. Okay, people did better, but not as much better as I thought they would have. So I'm tied with Grimgoth here at 1207. If I perfected 2 more bosses, and I failed both by just 1 turn, so 1357 would have been doable, and that would have put me in... Oh, nobody has that. 57 would have put me in 14th place, 25 points. No, 23 points above Alex. And 25 points above Pelts. Ooh, and then Gemino was able to get an insane 1430. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if Gemino pulled off Highland and Curses. Yeah, that would explain this high score. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you're able to make the top 20 by perfecting all the bosses and just didn't get the extra other modifiers, or if, just like me, you missed the bosses but were able to get a bunch of other modifiers. And I'll review the scores tomorrow. Let's review the scores from yesterday first. Alright, so yesterday was a Watcher run with the Sealed Deck, Diverse, and Midas modifiers, and I had a lot of fun. I think for the first time in my life, I bottled the Simmering Fury, and that ended up being not too bad. Pelts did much better, though, with 1325. Pelts mentioned they perfected 5 of the 6 elites, so 1 more than me, got all the bosses. Mentioned that he had a very similar draft deck like me. Did not mention what he bottled, so I'm not sure about that. But Pelts also took a Wavety Hand at the beginning, which I considered, but ultimately I only had the Frost Orb, the Glacier Frost Orb. But Pelts used that with that Frost Orb, but then also the Metal Set later on triggered that Wavety Hand fairly frequently, so that was a smart play. And then Pelts also mentioned that he took an extra shop on Act 2, but still did not mention that he got Encyclopedian or I Like Shiny. That was, I think, something I and Gemino were wondering if by taking that extra shop, it might be possible to get those two, but I don't think it was. But yeah, great score from Pelts. Congratulations. Then next you have me and Alex tied for theoretically 40th place with 1323. So I perfected 4 of the 6 elites, all the bosses. I was able to get overkill thanks to stalling a Dark Orb, but that ended up not being necessary because I was able to deal overkill later much easier. Did not get combo. I don't think anybody got combo yesterday. Was able to get the time modifier. Popper missed Insignifiant, had no chance of getting that. Not even close. Same with Alex Shiny. And I skipped the second boss relic. I actually had the wrong thumbnail. I had the Sozu in the thumbnail. I meant to do like a cross across it so that it's clear that I didn't take it. So yeah, I fixed it right before recording this one. Alex had the same score. Alex perfected 6 of the 6 elites, which is really impressive. Got all the bosses. I mentioned that he reloaded the Act 3 boss quite a few times. Ended up getting Corruption to help out, so that was useful. And then Alex did the thing that I was really worried about doing, which is taking the Peace Pipe and with Coffee Dripper and then Midas, which means that at rest sets you are forced to remove something. You can't skip it. If there's a choice, you have to make it. So that's unfortunate. And then other than that, he mostly got the same modifier set as me. He also, just like me, skipped the second boss relic, which I think is a reasonable choice to make yesterday. Then you have Mike here with 1302. Gemino got 1296. Gemino perfected 5 of the 6 elites. Was able to get 1 more, the Nemesis. Got all the bosses, and mostly got the same modifiers, but missed the time modifier, played slower, well, missed the 1 hour mark too. And then, yeah, Gemino was thinking that maybe an extra shot would be useful, but I guess Peltz confirmed that it was not necessarily. Then you have Knight and Cosmino tied at 1271. Knight mentioned that he got the same modifiers as me. I assume he got a lower score because he perfected fewer elites then. Also, like me, bottled the Simmering Fury, and then at the beginning relied a lot on having a setup and then setting up the Carnage to be able to do a lot of damage with while being in Wrath. And then as the deck grew larger, setup became less useful, which is one of the reasons I don't really like setup that much, because in dailies you want to get a large deck, and with a large deck, setup is not that great. And then making it the top 100, you have George with 1248 and Goldbear with 1223. And Goldbear perfected 5 of the 6 elites, but missed the Act 3 boss. Nothing he could have done in the first turn. Yeah, and I think a few people got a slightly lower score, missed the top 100, including Grimgoth, who mentioned that he had a terrible run. But yeah, that's it for yesterday. Let me know in comments what you did, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.